Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the Marion Township Board of Supervisors meeting for Thursday, December 18th to order. As always, our first item is the Pledge of Allegiance, so I'd like to ask everyone to please rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all. Okay. Meetings are being recorded for audio and video. We ask that you please silence your cell phones or at least put them on vibrate. That way we do not disturb the flow of the meeting. Anyone wishing to address the board during public comment, we ask that you sign in on the sheet at the front of the room and clearly state your name and address for the record.
And there's
Do we have nobody there? Okay.
Did anybody want to speak, even though they're not
Any
signed
public
up?
comments?
Going once, going twice? Nope.
Okay. Seeing no public comments, we'll move into the main items of the agenda. The first item is we will need to make a motion to amend the agenda. The printed agenda omitted the treasurer's report and the approval of the December bills. So I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to include the treasurer's report and approval of December bills.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
Okay. In that case, we'll go through the next couple of things and then we'll review the treasurer's report and the approval of the bills. But we have no minutes tonight to approve. The minutes in progress are November the 15th, November 18th, November 20th, and December the 13th. As a general announcement, septic system pumping inspection is still a thing. It is still ongoing. If you haven't pumped your systems out, you will need to do that because we will be sending out enforcement letters at the beginning of the year with a cutoff of June 2026. If you have not had your system pumped and inspected by that time, there will be enforcement actions taken. Speaking of sewer related things, Act 537, there are some plans that were sent over to the Molesdorf Sewer Authority. There was a Teams meeting that was held on the 4th of December, with the PADEP to discuss the milestones from Hydroterra's report. That went fairly well. And they're also simultaneously looking into the potential around water at the same time. I did a little bit of research as we talked about at the workshop meeting where it's at our discretion on the hookup ordinance of it when it pertains to water. So we could actually have a system that goes wherever we want and we can have a mandatory hookup distance of 0 feet. Like you just don't have to hook up to it unless you want to. So that's something to consider. We may have to weigh that against grant funding because I know grant funding is going to want a certain commitment of things. But this may be a situation where we put it out to the homeowners on like, do you want this? Yes or no? And if you say yes, you're opted in. If you say no, then you're opted out. And that's where we figure out what our cost footprint would be if, like, let's say there's 100 houses out of the 200 that want it. But we don't really have anything yet on that. Hydroterra is getting us some additional details, largely from Womelsdorf, because the other municipalities that do water service were not interested in purveying to Stouchburg. EMC, John, since you're there, do you have anything that you want to cover in the EMC report?
Yeah, do I have to go up there?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
In front of the thingy?
Well, this close enough that it picks
And
up.
don't
your-
forget the treasurer.
I can hear you. I can hear you, but as long as you're like there-ish, John, I can see you and hear you.
You got 5 minutes.
I don't need 5 minutes.
Time.
You want a chair? No, I'm good.
Sure.
Thank you. First, June 12th at 18:30 hours is the tentative. We kind of locked it in today for the EMS meeting that we're going to do here. And I'm going to meet with the 3 EMS chiefs from Myerstown, Western, and Newmanstown. And
You say June?
Yeah,
January.
I'll say June.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you said. I thought you-
January.
January what?
Well, January is in 01/12.
Okay,
2026,
And what time?
18:30. So,
so 6:30.
6:30.
to come up, start working on a plan for funding, shall we say? It sounds like
It's
it's,
the phone.
we'll just copy what, basically what the rest of Berks is doing. Which I'll get a lot, obviously I'll have more info that night. The Stop the Bleed kit is here, yay, finally. I already started talking to the CPR instructor, and we're gonna start getting the stuff lined up. We're gonna start with the township employees first, get them through it. Are the med kits ordered, the trauma
We
kits?
are going to, I need, Dan, so I can get
Yeah,
a purchase order done and,
Once that's done, because that's
Yeah.
gonna be a big joint, basically a joint training, once that stuff is here with the township employees, because like Carl and Mini Carl,
I like that.
totally, just,
I heard that.
okay, just checking. And then, like I talked to the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts already, trying to see the interest, and so far, everybody is very much on board with learning some of this. We're just gonna be obviously limited on some of the younger children, because the PowerPoint has, it's not that graphic, it's all cartoon, but okay, there's blood. You know, it's, most of these kids around here.
Did they give you a merit badge book or anything on their requirements? What they
No,
have?
that's actually, I asked them, they're gonna be getting me, so if we can help with that. And then, yeah, so between the Stop the Bleed program, doing, evenings, that if I need to start doing like a couple a month, as long as I can fit it into my schedule, but, the, shall we say, sharing of resources, because we're other townships with bringing in all their CPR equipment, stuff like that, was kind of like what we're gonna work out, but, and yes, everything is, I'm already starting to label for the, ownership of Marion. And then just a little side note,
I have those stickers back there.
I got all the EMA ones still,
Well,
but, for everybody here and pass on, if anybody online, make sure you're locking your doors. There's been some incidents I've been involved with just over the last couple of months here in the area, not actually in Marion, but literally against us on all directions. Between active shooter incidents, drunk drivers ramming vehicles and trying to barricade in homes. You guys all saw the pipe bomb incident from a couple months ago, that county is still wondering what's in the water over this way, why we're having all the big city stuff in the townships around us. And so what we say is protect yourselves by whatever means, by whatever means necessary. So, what's that? We're like-minded in a scary way. So that's all I got.
We
And if I-
approved
Thank you, John.
the trauma kits, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, two of them,
And those
yeah.
were approved, and John, we also approved the reimbursement for the class that you had
Oh,
requested,
Yeah.
3363.
Yeah, the half of it.
I told you that.
Yeah, he told me.
Okay, just
But
making
he
sure.
didn't tell me. So I'm good, under 5?
You're good, under 5.
Thank you.
Is Steve Weaver there?
No, they don't.
Yes, he is.
Okay, well then, he's next for the Marion Fire Company.
You don't have to come back here. This is
You don't
only
have to
you're
come
up
back
the
there,
city.
Steve. If you just come up and talk, I can.
I'll even get
Yeah,
a chair.
you're,
No problem. It's not a long report. We had 12 incidents in the month of November. In Marion Township, there was 3 accidents, 2 wires, trees down, 1 hazmat, and then we did mutual aid assistance for 4 fires and 2 fire alarms. That is our incident report for November. I don't know, a lot of people here, but the fund drive letters we all send out, we got quite a bit back already. Looks like it's going to be another good year of funding. If you did get it and didn't send it back in yet, I just want to plug in there for us that is about 50% of our annual budget comes through this fund drive. So we really appreciate all the support, and
Is that something I can post for them on Facebook?
we usually send out
Yeah.
reminders.
yeah,
To,
send out a reminder. I'm,
Municipal marketing is who we do this fund drive with, and we submit a list of the ones that have not responded, so they do send out reminders if people have not responded. So
I was gonna say, if you wanted me to post something, I can certainly post that for you on the page.
yeah,
That's up to you.
a good idea. Maybe next year I'll pull a picture or something of the
Yeah.
fund drive, and you can just,
Yeah.
or if you just want to put something on, yeah, that's fine. But we do appreciate all the support. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Okay. Engineer is not here, so I'll cover that quickly. The GIS system was purchased and Carl's working on learning it. We have the saldo that we need to finish looking through so that we can adopt those edits. And then just as the general statement, Gary Kraft will be retiring. Joe Neidert and Joe Bollinger will be stepping into the role of vice presidents for Kraft. Carl, do you have anything that you want to cover in Roadmaster report?
I think I covered most of it, at the workshop. I would like to touch base on road work for next year.
Okay.
Um,
We do have that as an agenda item though, if you want to hold that thought.
That's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Skip me.
Okay.
Don't forget the treasurer.
Yeah, don't forget the
Lisa.
treasurer.
Yeah, well, yeah. Lisa?
No, nothing really. Just working on getting Abby in. She's been putting minutes in books, resolutions in books. We're going through books, so I'm gonna have to order more for her. And then I'm gonna get her set up on Sob IT for login and slowly start getting her into more and more stuff. So I know once the warmer weather comes, she'll be going back out on the roads, but my thought is at least if she knows how to, come in, do a agenda or minutes or notifications or something, if I'm off, she can handle that. So,
It's good. It's very good.
so
Just odd question, did the trash and recycling dates get added to the calendar on the website for next year?
I have that on my list to do tomorrow.
Okay, very good.
I have a Friday to-do list so I know nobody's gonna be calling or whatever, so. I've
Okay.
been getting a lot of calls for permits.
That's
So
good.
I don't know why. It's because
Hey,
time of the year, you would think people wouldn't be doing anything, because it's cold out, but no, there's a lot of
Permits mean
permits.
revenue, so I'm happy
Yeah.
people are doing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, and then before we do the treasurer's report, Jesse, you want to do a quick synopsis on the Tulpe PD and the two EMS?
Would the Toby police officer that's here, would you like to read your report off? Since you're here, I can give
No
you one.
pressure.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
you.
I never read one here before.
You don't need to if you don't want to, but if you'd like.
You're putting him on
All
the,
right. All right, so Toby PD Police Department monthly report. Miles patrolled were 702, hours worked 60. Patrol hours were 31. Total incidents were 2. Total complaints 1. Miscellaneous calls for service 5. Follow-up investigations 0. Telephone assignment 6. Residential alarms 1. EMS fire advisories 8. Traffic stops 6. Citations issued 9. Non-traffic citations 0. Thank God. Traffic warning 0. Warrants 0. Parking tickets 0. Traffic incidents 2. DUI arrests 0. Misdemeanor felonies 0. Security checks 3. Police assist 0. Motorist assist 0. And court appearances 0.
Okay. Seems like it was a fairly quiet month.
Yep. And then this was the Newmanstown EMS. We had 3 class 2 incidents and 1 class 1.
Okay.
And then Western Berks EMS, we had, wow, a lot.
that's hard to understand that one.
Yeah,
Well,
it's second column
this
from
is a
the end.
yearly-
The end one is total.
Okay, the end one's total. So
Yeah.
looks like the month grand total was 104 for, well, no, this is yearly it looks.
That's the year one. So if you go one column to the left
Yep.
of that, that should be
So
last
Is it on the
month's.
first page or another page?
the last
It's
month we
usually-
have for 11/25 is 8 incidents.
Yeah, as I say, it's usually the last column before the total. That sounds
Yep.
about right, though.
Yep, we had about 8 incidents and then
Okay.
that's it. This is
Okay.
just,
That's just detail.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll turn it over to Dan for the treasurer's report.
Quickly before Dan takes over,
Yes.
trash calendars are over there. They did bring them in. They did
Okay.
say they mailed them out to everybody. So there are copies when you come in, so you can take one. If you run out, I have more in the back. And, I sent you the newsletter to review. Did you get that? I was one day during the week.
Yeah, I have it here. I need
Okay.
to start looking at it, but yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure you got that. Okay,
Yep.
Dan, you're up.
Okay, I started a new type of reporting for the treasurer and it's half completed, so I will give you part of it and tell you the rest. In the current checking savings account, we have $559,115.66. Accounts receivable, we added $2,450. If you add the street lights, the road district, and state aid to that, you turn your page over, you'll find that we have a total of $1,212,157.92. I'd like to talk about the LS grant fund in the 3927 checking and savings account. Since all of the LS grant money has been paid out, I would like the board to approve to transfer this $53,283 from the LS grant fund back into the money market savings account.
Yeah, if we've already satisfied the requirements of payments on the grant, I don't see a problem with that.
We haven't paid any of the PD grant stuff yet, so we're just, because we're still getting the items in.
What?
Okay.
So when those bills start coming in, what account do we pay? police
Those were an LSA grant, so that might be
Yeah,
that
but
account.
we have to pay them up front. So what
Yeah.
account where do we get that money to pay that up front before we get the money back?
I would say it's probably going to be the general fund.
Correct.
That's what happens when if you do a grant where they don't give you the money up front, you have to pay it out typically out of your general fund, because in most instances you can't use like liquid fuels unless it's something liquid fuels eligible, and then you get the reimbursement.
Right.
So based
We've
on
already-
the LSA fund being for the other LSA grant, I don't have a problem as long as we are proof positive that we don't have any other outstanding requirements with those funds. We can move that back into either the regular checking account or the money market.
Yeah, I checked with the bank and there's no fee or charge or minimum amount that we have to keep in the LS grant fund. So we can
Okay.
move the whole amount. Okay,
Okay, what was the total, Dan?
53,283.
Okay, I'll make a motion to move $53,283 out of the LSA grant fund back into the money market account, subject verification upon completion of grant requirements.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
The next page on my report, you don't have it in front of you, Peter, but I now have a profit and loss budget versus actual report from January through November 2025. And we've had income of $788,625.66. We go to the next page, which is the bills, we had $447,036.88. So we have a difference of $41,588.78 to the good.
It's nice when a plan comes together that we had a budget and we managed to not only stick to it, but we came in a little under.
Yep. So once you pick up your paperwork, then I have reports for profit and loss attached to that. for November only. And then attached are check details, deposit details, and open purchase orders or purchase orders that we've made from January through December.
Excellent.
So you can pick up your copy when you get it.
I'll
Very
probably end up picking that up tomorrow.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, just thank you.
No, it's a good report.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I love a good set of metrics. So thank you very much.
good. Very good report.
So at this point, I'll make a motion to approve the payment of bills for December.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Going into the current items, we have the restoration of the current building. We have the assessment report, and we have received a quote from Septic Solutions to replace the sewer line from the building to the septic tank. That was quoted at $9,786. Just because it's good practice, we are looking at 2 more quotes. That way we
Right.
have the 3, even though it's not a hard requirement for the telephonic threshold that we would have to adhere to by second-class township code.
Peter, I have
Um,
Valley Sewer coming out tomorrow to give us a second quote.
Excellent.
And, AH Moore, they haven't gotten back to me yet, but we'll have 3 quotes by next meeting for sure.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Carl.
That's what it
Uh,
costs. It's a long pipe.
Yeah, it's a lot of pipe and we got to excavate. So that's what it is. Trade-ins, the big truck sold for $8,700. It's been picked up and paid as of yesterday. The boom mower, we're gonna relist it for in spring because we didn't get as much as we wanted for it. We will have to discuss potentially lowering the price a little bit and really just kind of figuring out where we're comfortable with letting it go. Playground maintenance and equipment. We're still looking at replacing the swings. We got a quote, or we're looking to try to get more quotes come spring. And we're trying to see if there's any companies that would be willing to help us get grants to potentially redo the swing sets. We are also looking at the flag poles for the monument in spring of 2026. So we'll need to get some quotes on doing that. I know the MTCA has already started that ball rolling, but that's something that I want to make sure we keep on our radar so that we can actually do that in the spring, as soon as the weather turns and the ground thaws. Future planning, won't delve too deeply on that, but as always, we're looking at ways that we can either beautify, improve the efficiency, or add capability to what we do as a township. The engineer had recommended contacting county planning, which, to be honest, I haven't done yet. I think there's been enough going on that probably just hasn't happened, and that's okay. We'll reach out in the near future and see if they have any advice or suggestions. Short and long-term rentals. Kraft sent out the 2026 rental application letters. They're going to set up a special meeting in February. I'd like us to follow up with Kraft and ask them to double check some of the lists that they used, because I think there was some variation on properties that we had identified as being rentals that didn't get letters, and properties that did get letters that were identified as not being rentals. So we want to make sure that if there is a gap there, that it gets addressed and closed. Trash ordinances. We're going to be sending out a newsletter in the beginning part of 2026. This will include some details around the update to the trash and recycling ordinance. Specifically that if you are a business, you have to provide the township proof that you have trash collection and recycling service at your property. The annual audit, as of September 4th, Barbara Akins stopped being the auditor for the municipal audit that we do every year. We are looking at options.
Wait, what's that?
You recall that guy back about the trash question?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that was addressed.
I'm trying to remember
Sorry.
which township had. Carl, was that you that told us that there was a nearby township that got a new auditor, or was that somebody else? So was that Kelly? I'm trying to remember. Somebody brought it up on Saturday.
Kelly gave me information.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
I think it was Richland, right?
I gave Lisa all the
Yep,
information.
that is on my list of tomorrow. Yep.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, because we want to try to get that nailed down
Yep.
as soon as we can. Because it's gonna be a hard time doing an audit without an auditor. Okay, building
I
committee.
already forewarned Dan that even though I'm here, I'm not here tomorrow, so my office my office door will be closed.
Yep, it's the catch-up day.
Okay.
Okay, building committee, it's a 5-member committee. Next meeting is December 17th, which was yesterday. At the reorg meeting, we are gonna need to reappoint the full committee. The building committee must have a reorg meeting to reappoint all its seats. So we
And
have
that was-
to. Go
That
ahead,
was
sir.
set, I think, what, for the 21st, I'm thinking.
And there's a possible resignation.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we'll keep a close eye on that, but bare minimum reorg time, and if we don't have the resignation, we appoint the same people again, and then they discuss amongst themselves who's doing what role on the committee. And if somebody does resign, then Jesse, you, me, and Danny will have to source another person for that board.
What was the date again?
They're 21st.
It says the 17th.
they had the
last-
meeting, they had the meeting last night,
Oh,
but this agenda had to be done before that meeting, so I can't update it after the meeting, so,
Yeah, their next meeting is January 21st.
yeah.
okay.
That's when their reorg meeting is, and then, well, actually, they're gonna have the reorg and then file right after the reorg, their meeting, that same day.
Yeah, I think that's the 8th, the 7th or the 8th that they're doing the reorg.
No, what's the 21st? What's
Is
the
it the
third one?
21st?
What's,
Third Wednesday?
They do all on that?
yeah, that's for them. Ours is the 5th,
Yeah, so they're
The
doing a
building-
reorg at their regular meeting.
right before the regular meeting.
Okay, whatever floats their boat.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're gonna do the reorg and then right after the reorg, do their meeting, so,
The 5th, 6th, and 7th.
for us.
Yeah, 6th and 7th.
No, 5th and
Yeah.
6th. Yeah,
Doesn't say it's 5th and the 6th. We're the 5th and the auditors are the 6th.
I thought we were the 4th and 5th.
and
No, the fifth is
the
the
5th and 6th.
I'm gonna look at my calendar right now. So the 5th is Monday, that's ours.
Yes,
Going to too many
6th is
meetings.
Tuesday, that's the auditors.
yes. And then the 21st will be the building committee reorg meeting, and then right after that, their normal meeting.
We also had some discussion on changing the workshop meetings from Saturday to being the Thursday prior to the Thursday night for the Board of Supervisors. I think at this point, that's the decision that we're going with. So when we set the dates at the reorg, we'll just pick the appropriate dates and advertise those. Okay, road maintenance. Carl, so you wanted to talk roads for next year?
Yeah,
You got 2 minutes?
long story short, I'd like to do, Stouchburg Road, the entire length of it. Canal from Maine to Sheridan and from Sheridan to 422, just patching. Stouchburg would be, a double chip seal with minimal patching as well. There's some spots that are rough and need done. And the rest of school out to the edge of the township line, basically the same thing, do a little bit of patching and then a double chip seal over it to preserve the rest of the road. If I figured it out right, we're looking at about $317,000. If you guys are okay with this, then I'm gonna get with the engineer and
Yeah.
get a number to put out the bid.
I think that makes sense. Are we concerned at all with canal based on the fact that we were looking for a dirt and low volume gravel road grant for that?
So I wouldn't do where the pipe is, but maybe around the curve where it's real bad. The one from Sheridan to Maine, there's 2 or 3 sections that are pretty terrible. You just like to at least cut them up and patch them and make them nice for the people who live there.
So just,
I'd like
so if
to
I'm
still-
understanding this correctly,
I'd like to
that would impede our dirt and low volume gravel road grant portion of it would be sort of in supplement to it. It would fix the underlying. And if we get that, they would do the repaving over the top of that.
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I have no objection to that. Jesse?
Zero. I trust him.
All right, then I'll
Yep.
move forward with yours to get a little more accurate. Wintersville Road. The pipe culvert that's collapsing there. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with that. We had Able Recon down to look at it. me and Abby went out with them, and I didn't think they'd be able to do anything with it. And it's beyond the capabilities of their technique. There would have to be repairs made. We'd have to dig it up and do some repair to the pipe anyway before they could do anything with it. That being said, that one is also a low volume road capable project. If we're doing Canal Road next year, or Forge Road next year, Canal Road the year after, and this one, you know, how long is it gonna last? How long is it gonna wait? I don't know. In the interim, we may have to cut the road there and do something with it to hold it over. I'm not sure what it is just yet. I have some ideas, some thoughts, but again, I gotta get with the engineer and come up with a fairly good plan that will make it last at least 2 years. Doesn't have to last. Need to get at least 2 years out of it. And then we can get funding towards it. And that's about it.
Tactical ban. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
We got tourniquets now.
we didn't get the brakes fixed on the 550 today. We're close. We got the bad parts in. So
Was it the hard lines or the rubber hoses?
yeah,
Hard lines.
yeah. Oh, and I have an appointment Monday to look at that 550 in Fleetwood.
What's the matter?
I think, I mean, that's it. I think today it was at like 25,000 and it's going till the day before Christmas Eve. I'm probably gonna go for 40 or 50. That's my guess. It's in really good shape from the looks of it. We'll see Monday.
You're gonna go Monday?
Yeah.
Let us know right away what shape you think it's in and.
Absolutely.
We will not be discussing Ballinger Road based on the potential around litigation. Road issues, we've already covered a little bit of it, but the sinkhole at Forge, we're going to be looking to do as a dirt and low volume gravel road grant project next year, along with a few others. Church Road, we had Martin's paving doing that. That should be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
It's done.
It's done? Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
That was to correct some washout that occurred on that road. Wintersville Road, as Carl was mentioning, there's a pipe there that needs to be fixed, and we're trying to figure out exactly how best to do that. Business projects, Blue Spruce. There's no new business on that. The 85 Main Street construction is underway. Environmental Design Service has completed their additional testing. Alden on 6th, there's no new business. March. What's up?
Peter, I have a question regarding 85 Main.
Yes.
They have a escrow account of $10,000 for part of the project and $4,000 for the tank. When Troy or the engineering company goes out and does any work or inspection, does that money or bill come out of that escrow account?
I believe so, but I will need to double check.
I mean, why do they create an escrow account?
I'm pretty sure that is the case because that's usually in addition to like a letter of credit or any other financial surety. But I'll need to, before I give you a hard yes or a hard no on that, I will want to double check.
Because I have bills to be paid on that. Sure, if it's supposed to come out of the escrow account, then it does.
I'm pretty sure that it does. That's the purpose of that sort of thing. But again, I want to be real sure before I tell you yes or no.
Okay. I'll hold the bills.
Okay. Martin's Church. This is at 765 Church Road. The project involves construction of a new building, some additions, expansion of a gravel area, and the installation of some stormwater management facilities. There's also a project for Gerald Weaver at 875 School Road around a new dairy barn, a concrete storage pad measuring 120 feet in diameter by 14 feet deep for a concrete waste storage facility, some gravel driveways, and an infiltration basin. We received the plans on the 19th, and engineer Spade was given that on the 20th for review. I don't believe we've gotten that back yet, but I would
No.
imagine that would be sometime in January.
Have permits been
Okay.
applied for?
This is initial review, so I don't think they have the permit in yet on that.
They just submitted it for review. So it's in the review stage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, business projects, we talked a little bit at the workshop on how to put some more structure around managing projects. With Denny not here, I won't rehash that too much, but we're gonna try to put some normal project management rigor against some of the things that we do to try to keep maybe a little more momentum on certain things to keep it moving quickly. Tax rates, our current real estate tax millage is 2.75. 2026 will see that increase to 4.75. The streetlight tax millage is going to retain its 0.65 per front foot, and the sewer levy is unchanged at $50. We will need to adopt this through resolution 2025-11, setting the tax rate for the fiscal year of 2026. I'll make a motion to set the current real estate tax rate at 4.75 with a streetlight tax millage of 0.65 and an on-lot sewer levy of $50.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The municipal tax sheets, now that we have the tax rate set, we will need to send that over. They need to be signed by an elected official. That can either be me or Jesse. If you have them ready, Lisa, otherwise I can sign it in the next week or two.
Yeah, actually, that needs to be,
I think that
That
has to
needs
be
to
in
be-
by the 31st.
by what?
I think that has to be in by the 31st.
I think it's sooner than the 31st.
Okay,
So
did they move it?
if you're
It's
coming
usually
in
end of year.
tomorrow.
I
Yeah.
can come by if Jesse, if you want to sign it tonight, you can sign it. Otherwise, I'll
Yeah, I
come
have
through
it. I
tomorrow and
can-
do it.
Yeah.
I'll sign it.
Yeah, if he can
Yeah,
sign
six-
it tonight,
six-
then I can get that in.
Yeah, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Like I said, I can come tomorrow, or Jesse, if you want to do it now, go ahead.
I can do it.
Budget, we have a special meeting set for December 24th at 4 PM to do the final review and adoption of the 2026 budget. Based on the required timeframes for it being advertised, we had to hold the special meeting because it wasn't advertised for a full 20 days between last meeting and tonight. So hence the special meeting. Professional fee schedules have been received. We will need to adopt them at the January 5th reorganizational meeting through resolution 2026-1. And the reorg meeting, as we mentioned earlier, will be held on Monday, January 5th, followed by the auditor meeting January 6th, both at 7 o'clock at the Tea Room Township Building. Berks County Public Works Association, we have received the dates for this. The first meeting of 2026 is January 14th at 9 a.m. With a rain/snow date of Thursday the 15th at 9 a.m. on fire extinguisher education and safety. There's also going to be some classes for elected officials in 2026. We approved attendance where desired for those classes in 2026 for Jesse, myself, or Denny. And then the final item on the agenda is we're going to be looking at purchasing some equipment like the camera bar that's in the front of the room there right now, which is something that I own for audio and video stuff in the space. As I mentioned on Saturday, I'll look at something that's kind of a good interim solution, but then when we have a more permanent space, we can look at doing something a little more permanent in nature. Otherwise, the only comments that I have are I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, that you stay warm and happy and get to spend time with your loved ones and family. Jesse, do you have any comments?
Same comments that you have. Be safe and have a Merry Christmas.
Okay. Lisa, anything for you?
Same as everybody's been saying.
Carl?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is no need for an executive session tonight, so I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting. The time is now 7:41 p.m.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Peter, second by Jesse. Roll call, Peter.
Aye.
Jesse.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
40-minute meeting. Woo.